Minnesota Vikings made a major move at the NFL trade deadline, securing former Detroit Lions and former Iowa Hawkeye tight end TJ Hockenson, top 5 tight end in the league, hopefully moving on up in the Vikings' new offense. But also, they were reportedly in on another offensive playmaker, Houston Texans wide receiver Brandin Cooks, who was the subject of a lot of trade speculation at the deadline. Ultimately didn't move and also wasn't too happy about it. But this is from Bleacher Report. Teams were unwilling to trade second, fourth picks and take on Brandin Cooks' fully guaranteed $18 million salary for 2023 to facilitate a trade, per Adam Schefter. The Rams, Vikings, Giants, and Cowboys were reportedly teams interested. And it's ironic because the Rams used to play for the Rams. The Rams traded for him, and then they traded him to the Patriots, which is actually really, really funny. But, I mean, Brandin Cooks, he's a talented dude. He's one of those guys. It's just like, oh, yeah, that guy. He's been around forever. Do you know he's only 29? It feels like he's been in the league for 20 years and traded 17 times, but he was a 2014 first-round pick, number 20 overall by the Saints, and he has literally been traded 3 times. Oh, sorry, the Rams didn't trade him to the Patriots. The Patriots traded him to the Rams. Nailed it. So he drafted by the Saints, and then he was traded to the Patriots, and the Saints used those picks to draft Ryan Ramczyk, the pride of Winona State, also stupid Badger. And then he spent a year with the Patriots, and then traded to the Rams, and then he was traded for the Texans. Like he has never actually had a free agent year. He's just been traded and signed extensions. It's crazy, man. But he is talented. He's had 6,000-yard seasons, including 2 back-to-back with the Texans, so you can see why he was in demand. But what made it unpalatable was his contract. So he signed a 2-year extension with the Texans and $18 million fully guaranteed in 2023. And Cooks, he's not necessarily a wide receiver 1, like he's a super high-end wide receiver 2. Sure, but I mean, $18 million, even though that is a going rate, looking at Cook's contract, looking at Christian Kirk's money, etc. But I think it would have made some sense, I guess, even though Cooks is 29. I mean, Jefferson is still that absolute alpha 1. Thielen is getting up there in age, but still has some tread on the tire. KJ is solid. I think that he deserves more opportunity. That they've only scratched the surface on what Jalen Reagor can bring. Jalen Naylor is sort of whatever, and then you got 3 receivers on the practice squad. But adding Cooks, if you're all in on this season, I think he certainly could have contributed and could have helped open up the Vikings offense. But I think what ultimately happened is that Hockenson is younger, 25 versus 29. Money, Hockenson's 5th-year option is just about half of what Cooks is fully guaranteed next year, $18 million. And then need, Irv Smith went down with injury, and then Hockenson made a lot more sense versus wide receiver depth. And then Hockenson is simply right now a better player. Also, you're taking him from a divisional rival, and there's a combination. It's like they're fine trading the second and the third for Hockenson, but didn't want to go second, fourth, and then pay Brandin Cooks at this stage of the game. But who knows? I mean, things were nuts at the trade deadline. They could have been even more nuts. But your thoughts on our thoughts. The Minnesota Vikings reportedly in on Houston Texans wide receiver Brandin Cooks at the trade deadline. Didn't happen. Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support the work? Put a little something in the Venmo. But till next time, Skol, production value.